We are back. So, welcome back, Gilbert. And it's a pretty balanced game today because, first of all, no goals. I mean, you're looking at both teams. There was some element of attack. Okay, there was desire for both teams to get a result, but at the end of it, it's 0-0. What do you make of the game today?
Okay, both managers were looking for a win. Arsenal has been on a resurgence, and Manchester United, having lost to Sheffield, were looking for a good result today.
Mm-hmm.
So the way they set the team up, tight at the back and explosive at the front.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you saw McTominay and Fred in that midfield and Pogba playing out wide.
Mm-hmm.
So the chances were being created. Fluffed our lines. We had like 4 or 5 clear-cut chances, but our forwards, we couldn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, your goalkeeper with a brilliant save from Fred.
Yeah.
But the other chances, just the misfiring from our forwards. What
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised is Saka not starting. I don't know if is he injured or what's the issue there. But yeah, but overall, it's an okay result. But from where we were like 2 weeks ago, we should have won this match. We should have won this match if we are intending to keep pace with the leading pack in terms of clinching the league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So from where you stand, are you looking at it as 2 points lost or 1 point gain? What makes sense?
It's 2 point lost. We had the better chances. We had the better chances, and we didn't take them.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a game that maybe it's evenly balanced, there are no chances, there are 0 shots on goal, then you can say it was a bad day at the office. But
Mm-hmm.
if we've created chance after chance, and our forwards are misfiring, you tend to be disappointed that on a good day we could have taken those chances and gained 3 points. So for me, it's 2 points lost, not 1 point gained.
Yeah, looking at Cavani, because basically he's the one that had the best of the chances coming from Manchester United. The first one, I was so surprised that he did not put it even on target. The second one, you can give it a benefit of a doubt because actually the ball came right behind him. So he had to bend it over. That one is a 50-50 ball. So does this justify that maybe Martial could have done better?
Martial is worse. If you had seen the kind of insults he got on social media after our game against Sheffield,
mm-hmm.
it has been coming this season. I think he has only 5 goals in around 25 games,
mm-hmm.
if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So his return has been so poor, and you can't compare both Martial and Rashford's performance this season mm-hmm. as compared to last season.
Mm-hmm.
They have gone so low, and given that the major performance of last season, Liverpool and Manchester City are 50-50 in their performances. It could have been a good time for us to capitalize, but our forwards are really letting us down, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating because Martial is very lethargic. He turns up when he feels like. He doesn't chase balls. He's not turned on in games. So I wouldn't say per se that if it was Martial, he would have finished it off.
Mm-hmm.
He wasted a similar chance against, I think it was RB Leipzig in the Champions League. So it's a tough one to take.
So I understand it's when the team news was out. I mean, looking at the lineups, you could think that Manchester United were going to just walk and pick up.
Especially with especially with Saka and Aubameyang missing, I was so confident because
what really hurt me in this match is it's Aubameyang, who is a definite starter, Saka, who has been brilliant, and Tierney, you know what he does. All three missing, and kind of Arteta put in a makeshift squad. And I was so surprised to see how this guy called Cedric actually played very well. And
he played very well, yes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to look at it and say now, what next? Still hopes to go top?
Okay, let me first talk about your side. I think there are a lot of positives from Arsenal side. Given the low end of the league that you were some few weeks ago, and the turnaround that Arteta has brought to the team is really commendable. I also like to commend the board for not being not being quick to the trigger and believing in him, because he's turned things around. You've just said it there that the squad that he started was not, you are not satisfied with it, but it has delivered. Your defensively, you're so good, and there's some form of strong mentality coming in, and those are the positives I can say from the Arsenal side. For our end, going top, we have a lot of tough games coming in. I think it's Southampton and then Everton. It's still far. I think the 21st game, we still have a lot of games to go, and challenging for the league was a lot short. That was the ball. When you fight yourself, you get turned, get excited, but if your forwards are misfiring, there's no way you can charge for the league. Your midfielders can be performing, but if your forwards are misfiring, Rashford, Martial, you can't be depending on Cavani. He's a 34, 33-year-old. So the youngsters need to learn from him and try and deliver on the pitch. So unless Rashford and Martial kind of discover their form, because I don't see us going into the market for an attacker in January. January is ending today. So time will tell, but nothing is certain at the moment.
Time will tell. And then I was looking at it and said, if you win your next two games, because this was obviously Arsenal were not like must win, even a point is still worrying.
I was so sure of beating. I was looking at Sheffield and Arsenal. I was looking at the best result would be a great result would be 4 points. A spectacular result would be 6 points. But from the two games, we've got 2 points, 1 point, because we lost against Sheffield. So
and you saw what Sheffield did to Manchester City today. They hardly, narrowly lost to Manchester City at Etihad.
Exactly. Normally on the second half of the season, teams that are threatened with relegation are really tough to play against. I think last season Liverpool were giving Arsenal fans a scare because they were nearly replicating your exploits in the unbeaten season. And which team beat them? Watford. Watford were relegated. So in the second half of the season, teams on the bottom half facing relegation are really tough to play against. You see today Newcastle beat Everton. So it's really tricky in the second half of the season. So how you tackle the bottom teams, you have to be very tactical and astute on how you play the game. I was really surprised because I was expecting Man City to run over Sheffield like 4 or 5 goals, and 1 goal in the 9th minute, and they couldn't capitalize on it. It was really surprising.
Oh yeah, and so So what next? What do you think the manager is supposed to do going forward? Maybe in the next 3 games, tactically.
Solskjaer or Arteta?
Soska.
he needs to balance his squad a lot. I don't know what's happening with Donny van de Beek. I'm really baffled at why he signed up such a young prospect of a player, and we rarely play him. We are outplaying Pogba. Pogba is going in the summer. You need to start transitioning from depending on such a player. Such a player has declared he wants to leave. As a manager, you need to start transitioning and inculcating the new guys into the squad. So what will be tricky in Solskjaer's or attempt to win the league? Winning the league will be a tough call, being that we'll be playing in Europa League. In my history or watching the Premier League, I don't recall any team that has ever won the Premier League while playing in the Europa League. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, because the Europa League is so draining. You play on Thursday.
Yeah, you have to travel.
Yes, you have to travel in far-flung areas. You find yourself in Russia, Turkey. Then you come and play on Sunday, and it normally has a big toll on the team in terms of fitness and injuries. So he has to know how he balances or get his priorities right, because at the moment he is in a good standing in the league. That's somewhere he can push on. His job, I don't think it's very safe at the moment, because we want to see some form of progression. Because if Tuchel comes in and turns around Chelsea, Solskjaer will be under pressure, because he's been given a lot of time. So, in my own opinion, he should focus on the league. The Europa League shouldn't be a main focus, because we are not under threat of not qualifying for the Champions League. So, if he was wise, he could be playing second string side in the Europa League and try and concentrate on the league. Yes, his squad rotation has been good on the back line, because Bailey has been good. So Lindelof, so it's just a matter of balancing the squad rotation, because the fixtures are coming in so thick and fast. So he has to balance the squad in light of the tournaments that he's in, and try and give the top guys, Man City and Liverpool, a good run. Yes.
So let's get to the player ratings. I'm going to give you the chance to rate Manchester United squad today, right from the goalkeeper to the manager.
That's a tough one. Okay, he didn't concede, so I can give him a 6.
Did not concede.
Yeah.
Left back, that's where there was a lot of threat. Talking about Luke Shaw.
I'll give Luke Shaw the man of the match. Luke Shaw has been so good lately. Since Telles came in, his performances has gone a notch higher. He gave Cavani a clear-cut chance in an assist, but Cavani did not take it. So I'd give Luke Shaw an 8 for the performance today, because he's really upped his game a lot. Yeah,
because when I was looking at him, every touch, every time he went forward, he actually caused problems in national defense, and all the missed chances, they came from him. And so he's the only player that I saw that was really interested in maybe turning things around. So I agree with you. Had you won the match, I think you should have gotten like a 9,
Yeah, exactly.
Wan-Bissaka, right back.
I'd give him a 7. He saved a goal scoring. Was it from Shaka, or there's a block he made there? He's so good on his defensive side, but going forward is a bit of a challenge. So I'll give him a 6.
You give him a 6?
I'll give him a 6, yes.
Harry Maguire.
6 also. He didn't do much because Arsenal didn't threaten that much, so I'll give him a 6.
Victor Lindelof.
A 6 likewise.
Yeah, that's the same as
It's hard to do player ratings when you have a draft 0-0 draw. It's really hard. Yes, but let's keep going.
Yeah. So we are there at the center of the park. Paul Pogba.
Pogba had a good game. He's changed. He's changed. The mentality has changed. The passion has come in. I don't know if he's playing for a move or playing for the club or playing for a new contract. It's a hard one to get, but as long as he's delivering for the club, we don't complain. So I'd give him a 7 because he ran the midfield well. He went toe to toe with Partey very well when McTominay came off and he shifted in the middle of the park. I didn't see him struggle that much. So I'd give him a 7.
Give him a 7. That's fair enough. Scott McTominay, who went off because I thought he showed some element of discomfort right from the start of the game, and I thought maybe the manager should have taken him out because I think he had some issues with his stomach. The abdomen was not.
Yeah. But sometimes managers tend to see if the player can run it off, and unfortunately he couldn't be able to do that. So he went out in around 30-something minutes. So rating him is a bit tricky because at that point of the game, didn't deliver much in the squad. So I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, a standard 5 is okay because didn't see much from him. Fred.
Fred, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. Fred, when he plays in the midfield, he's good at winning back tackles. He's tenacious. He covers space well. So I didn't see him put a foot wrong today. So I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I thought he played really well. I mean, all the attacking threats, he really dealt with them very, very well. Even he almost scored, actually.
He almost. I would have been so happy with him. It's very rare to take a shot.
Yeah.
So the keeper would give a world class save there. It was a really world class save. Yeah.
So we move to Bruno Fernandes.
The passion was there. He was commanding the midfield. The attackers let him down. There's a chance he had. He spread it to the top of the bar. He had a good game today. I'll give him a 7.
Give him a 7.
Yeah.
Let's go to the front line. Starting with Marcus Rashford.
4.
Why do you hate this guy?
I'll give him a 4. Decision making.
Oh yeah.
Those are basic things in football. Marcus Rashford, when he'll get a break, run with the ball against the defenders. There are like 2 attackers waiting for a decision from him. He normally takes the wrong decision 70 or 80% of the time. So it's really frustrating. He's doing well outside the pitch, but on the pitch, I don't see any progress from him technically. Yes. So if he's not careful, he does not up his game, he'll just end up like Nani.
All the promise.
I mean, yes, a lot of promise, but no delivery. Yes, because I really fault the club management because in my own thinking, they should have brought someone to give him competition because Rashford knows there's no competition on his number. So if you see Shaw's improvement, when Telles came in, it has made Shaw to up his game. That's also the other challenge we are having in our right back position. There's no one to actually give strong competition to Saka. That's why you see him. He's not improved some facets of his game offensively. So Rashford is a very sad case because at his age we should be seeing progress from him. Same as Marshall. There's no progress from him. Totally no progress. I can't even compare him with Chicharito. Chicharito was streets ahead of him at his age. So
Rashford is barely 23.
Sorry?
Rashford is barely 23, so he's got a lot to learn. It's only that he broke into the scene. We know
Erling Haaland is like the same age as him, and Erling Haaland is you see the difference.
Yeah, I get
it. If you want to compete at the top level of where we've been able to reach, the heights we'd be able to reach, our forwards should be performing at a very high level. But basic things like decision making, that's what wins in such tough games. The striker should be cleverer than the defenders. Rashford's decision making is totally off, and if there's no improvement from him in the summer, I can bet you they'll be assigning in that position to give him a run for his money. Yeah.
Funny.
Cavani had an off game today. I was seeing him wasting those chances. I was wondering what happened. He got a rest during the Sheffield match. He came in, I think, in the second half. He just had an off day today. I'd give him a 5.
Give him a 5.
Yeah. He had an off day today.
Are we done with the players?
Greenwood came in the second half.
Yeah.
Not much contribution, a 5 equally.
Yeah, standard 5, not much from him. Yeah. The manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
He set the team up well. Sometimes you can blame the manager, but the manager can set the team up well. And if your players don't take their chances, you can't go ahead and blame the manager for that, because like 2 or 3 or 4 clear-cut chances not taken. He set the team up well. My only problem with him is his treatment of Donny van de Beek. I thought Donny van de Beek should have started, at least had a start today. So I'd give him a 6.
Give him a 6.
Yeah.
Well, that is fair from you. Man, thank you for coming on to the show. And I hope next time maybe the team gets better, because, this is 1 point out of the possible 6, which is not good enough for a team.
Yeah, it's not.
That is geared
to winning the league, allegedly.
I know this is football; anything can happen.
Yeah, we got too excited. It's been close to 7 years before we had been top of the league at this stage of the season. So
yeah,
we got a bit carried away. But the bare fact of the matter is our squad is not up to the level of winning the league. If you're able to win the league, it will be a big surprise, like when Leicester won the league. So it's just wait and see. How they'll respond to this setback. There are a lot of games coming up. It's still too early to make that call, because there's some people who are talking of Arsenal going into relegation. Right now, Arsenal is fighting for top 4. Yeah, you're fighting for you're in contention for finishing top 4. So this league is very unique. It's one of a kind. The competition is so tight. As fans, we are enjoying the roller coaster. So anything can happen. The team that can maintain consistency for the remainder part of the season, you can achieve your targets. So it's up to the managers and to the players to kick on.
All right. Thank you, Gilbert, for coming onto the show. So let's see what happens in the next game, and think we'll be in contact. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And there is it morning?
Yeah,
I was about to say have a good night.
3 p.m.
Oh, it's 3 p.m.
It's
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Have a lovely one, man.